Hey guys, and welcome to the guide. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game, Mutants in Manhattan, which actually turned out to be surprisingly good. I say that because a lot of the times Ninja Turtle games kind of suck, and their most recent movie was pretty disappointing. But that's also because they're always getting compared to like the original video games for like the original Nintendo back in like the late 80s and early 90s, and then they gotta deal with the original movie series, which both were just so awesome that like 25 years later they're still getting compared to, and like they're always gonna get compared to because those just set the bar so high that it's pretty much impossible to get away from those, which I'm sorry, it's true, but this game actually comes close, and you can like talk about this game in the same sentence as the original games in like a positive light, which is rare, because this game does do quite a bit right, and it does justice to the series, which is cool. I would give it a B if I had to grade it. I wouldn't pay $60 for it. This is like a $30 game, in my opinion, because it's short and it does run the risk of getting repetitive. I mean, it's fun. It has like a cool dungeon style gameplay to it that I like, but to get like the bosses are fun and awesome, but to get to the bosses, it kind of gets repetitive, and it runs the risk of getting repetitive. Like, this is like a grinder's dream, or somebody who likes to do speedruns and like just likes to get high scores. They will love this game. For me, I think it's a great kids game that like adults will enjoy. That's really what I think it is. Like, I would have no problem paying $60 for this game, with the idea of like giving it to one of my nieces and nephews as like a birthday present. Like that, I'm completely and totally fine with this, because then I can play it and enjoy myself, because this game is pretty fun. I just wish that it had split screen co-op multiplayer, like the style of co-op where it's you and your friends on the same couch, playing on the same TV, like right next to each other, talking shit to each other, multiplayer. Like, this game is perfect for that style of multiplayer, and why they didn't include it is beyond me. Well, it's not beyond me. I know exactly why they prefer the online co-op style multiplayer nowadays, because in their minds they're thinking, alright, if we do the online co-op multiplayer, then each person has to buy their own individual copy of the game, so we'll make more money. That's really what they're thinking, and that's why they don't want to do the split screen co-op anymore, because then everybody's playing off of the one copy, and they're only making money once off of the game instead of 4 times. That's really what they're thinking. I know it is. But, like, the split screen co-op multiplayer in this game would work so perfectly. It really would. It would make this game so much better. Like, this would be a perfect party game, because the game's not hard to pick up and play, but the mechanics are deep enough that like for people that like want to go the extra mile and like delve into it, they can. But this game would make a great party game. It really would. And just adding that small little bit would have put this game over the top, where I would have been much more fine paying the $60 for it than I currently am. I got this game through GameFly, so don't be thinking I paid $60 for it, because I didn't. But, like, to be honest, like, I give this game a B overall, but if they would have just added that split screen multiplayer, like playing on the same TV, it would have just done this game so much more, and then I could have recommended it like easily. But as of right now, I would pay like $30 for this game. That's as I stand right now, because it is a fun game. The online multiplayer works perfectly fine, and it's fun. It makes the game go round, because you know, the single player and the multiplayer, the single player is the multiplayer. It's just you play the same missions. It's just in the multiplayer you play it with people online helping you out, and in the single player you just play it by yourself. That's the only difference. But just that co-op, the split screen co-op would have made this game so much better and like so much more worthwhile. But for, like, I don't know, developers nowadays, and it's probably not even the developers, it's probably the publishers that push it. They just don't like it because they think in their mind that they're gonna make more money, because then you have to go out and buy each individual, like the copies separately so you can play together. But you know, word of mouth works so much better. If like, you know, like, hey, play this game out, and then everybody plays it, you know, next to each other, like, dude, this game's cool, and then they'll go buy their own game. Instead, you gotta sit there and convince your buddy to buy this game, and he's like, eh. You know how hard it is to do that? Split screen multiplayer would have made this game so much better. Alright, thanks for watching.